Hey everybody, I'm Chef Tom with allthingsbbq.com, and this is Apple Cranberry Sausage Stuffing. Today we're making one of those favorite side dishes that you get around the holidays every year. It's stuffing, or dressing, depending on where you live, how you say it. I'm used to calling it stuffing. I think it was originally called stuffing because you stuffed it into your bird. Today we're just making it in a skillet, but we're doing it from scratch. A lot of great flavors going on with this stuffing, with the fresh apple, some dried cranberries, and that sage sausage. All right, so we're gonna start off with some knife work. We're gonna do a couple cups of onion, some celery. We've got some garlic, of course, some fresh sage, and our apples. And for the onion, we're just gonna do a medium dice. Next, we're gonna do some celery. We'll go with a fairly small dice on this, aiming for about 1 cup. Now we're gonna do some fresh sage, about a tablespoon. Minced down pretty fine. Sage is a pretty assertive herb, so I don't ever like to give too large of a bite of it. I'd rather have it distributed so you get little bits of it. So next we're gonna mince up about 2 tablespoons of garlic. We'll just get these smashed and peeled and mince them down nice and fine. All right, so that looks pretty good. Now we're gonna do a couple cups of diced apples, and I wanna use a sweeter apple for this. Just start by cutting the tops and bottoms off. Makes it really easy to peel these. All right, so then we're just gonna take the sides off of these, get rid of the core, and dice them up. I want little bites of this sweetness. I don't want really big chunks in our stuffing. Well, today we're cooking on the brand new Pellet Joe from Kamado Joe. It's running at 500 degrees now. Nice and hot. We've got cast iron skillet in there preheating so we can start to build the base for our stuffing. All right, so the skillet's nice and hot. We're gonna start with 4 tablespoons of butter. All right, so once we've got those melted down, we're gonna add our sausage, and we're just using a sage sausage here. Got 1.5 pounds of it. So this, we just want to kind of leave it alone, let it form a nice crust on it to give us some texture. So at this point, I'm just going to close the lid. We'll get back in here in a couple minutes. All right, we're getting some browning going on the bottoms here. Going to work these around. I love the smell of the sage sausage. Fits right in with those holiday flavors. All right, so we don't need much. We just want a little texture. You can see some of that on the surface here, some of that browning. But this is already starting to get cooked through, so we're gonna go ahead and add now our onions and our celery. And we'll just kind of let those soften up and cook down in the butter and the fat from the sausage. So our onions are getting translucent and softened up. Everything's browning together. Now we're gonna move on to add a little bit of seasoning. We're gonna use the Cattleman's Grill Trail Dust on here, just an all-purpose rub. Great bit of savory flavors to it to kind of match all of those savory flavors for our stuffing. Then we're gonna add a little bit of tartness with some dried cranberries, 1/2 cup of those. And then we've got our garlic and our sage that we minced up earlier. So let's cook all of this down for another minute or so here before we deglaze with some wine. This is looking beautiful. Had some nice browning going on the bottom here. So we're gonna deglaze now with some wine. 1 for flavor and 2 to make sure we get all the flavors up off the bottom of that skillet. I'm gonna use a 1/2 cup of Sauv Blanc. If you're not one for cooking with wine, you can always just use some chicken stock. That'll work just as well. Oh, I love that aroma. We're getting all of it working together now. So we want this to reduce down until there's almost no wine visible in the bottom, and that shouldn't take long. So not a lot of that wine left. Bottom of the skillet's clean, so let's go ahead and pull this skillet off the grill for now. So what we've just created is essentially the flavor base for our stuffing. Now we're gonna combine it with the bread that we've dried out. Now this is just cubed up French bread that we've dried out on the grill at 275 degrees until it's completely dry. You can also kind of just leave this out overnight and it starts to become a little bit stale. That'll work as well. So we need a container to bring all of this together in. So now we're gonna add all that hot stuff right on top of our dried out bread. We've also got our apples that we did not cook because I still want these to have some good texture in the end. And they'll soften up as we toast this in the skillet here in a little bit. We're gonna throw in about a 1/4 cup of minced fresh parsley. And then we've got our liquid. Now this is just chicken stock. If you've got turkey stock, you could use that. We have a video on how to make turkey stock. And I'm gonna pour out a little more than half of this to start to soak up the bread. We need a little bit of a thickening agent in here to help this thing set up. So we've got 2 eggs here. We're gonna mix these up. We're gonna add some chicken stock. And what we're doing here is really just trying to temper these so that this hot liquid doesn't cause this to curdle up or cook right away. Just being a little extra cautious so that those eggs thicken our mixture while it's cooking and not immediately when it touches the hot stuff. So now we're gonna get our hands messy, start working all this stuff through. It takes just a little bit of time for all that liquid to soak into the dried out bread, but we're gonna help it along by kind of smashing and mixing. We've made sure to dry out these bread cubes enough that they're gonna hold their texture, not just turn to complete mush. So it's okay to kind of break some of them down. Because I don't want this to be complete pudding. I want it to have some texture to it. But at the same time, we want to make sure that all that bread gets soaked. So what I like to do now is I'm just gonna compress all of it, and we're gonna let it sit for about 5 minutes as it hydrates that bread. So we're gonna turn the temperature down to 375 now for the rest of this process. All right, so you can see this has really soaked up that liquid. It's become hydrated. Now we're gonna transfer it back to the skillet. We've already got a nice little coating of butter and fat in the skillet, so we don't need to add any extra. I'm just gonna pile this all in here. The cast iron gives us a great crust on the outside of the stuffing, especially with that little fat barrier. Now to make sure that we get some nice browning and texture on the top, we don't want to pack this in flat like we did when it was hydrating. We want to give it some nooks and crannies, some crags that can really brown up and add some texture. So now back onto the Pellet Joe at 375. Well, this is just a little shy of an hour that this has been on the grill. You can see we've got some great crust going on the surface, the browning there. If I shake this, it's got just the slightest bit of jiggle, which is great because that tells me the inside is still nice and moist. So let's pull this off. So this we can let sit and it's gonna stay warm for a long time, or you can go ahead and get right into it. There's really no reason why not. Right around the edges, we can see what incredible browning and texture we got from the cast iron. Look at that. That looks beautiful. But down there in the center, still plenty of moisture. All right, so let's get a bite of this. I want a little bit of everything in there. Oh, it's hot. But man, it's delicious. I mean, there's so much moisture in the middle of that and the crust on the outside is such a great contrast. The flavors are so varied in this. I love that I get herbs. I mean, sage is in there for sure. You get the sausage and that's savory. You've got the cranberries that are tart. You've got the apples that are sweet. It's a little bit all over the place, but it balances it. It really makes it interesting. The only thing I need to go with this is like a good smothering of turkey gravy. I'm in heaven. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out allthingsbbq.com for all the products featured in today's video. If you enjoyed the recipe, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions or comments, or there's anything you'd like to see me cook, let me know in the comment section down below, and let's be good to one another. For more recipes, tips, and techniques, head over to allthingsbbq.com/thesauce. All Things Barbecue, where barbecue legends are made.